The Kentucky Bourbon Trail is a magical place where you can find unicorns. Maybe not of the horse variety, but of the brown, liquid, bourbon and whiskey variety. So here I'm going to run through a few places that I've drank at on the Bourbon Trail, and I'm going to rate them 1 to 5. We'll start out low and we will end high with an honourable mention that not really on the Bourbon Trail, but was about the cheapest place I could find some real unicorns. So hang around and learn out where you can drink unicorn piss. First off, Castle and Key. These guys spend too much money on their bottles. Their bourbon's pretty much garbage. Maybe it's getting better. And their vodka and gin, I don't know. I don't really get into vodka and gin, so 1 star. Next is Jim Beam. I gave the bar like 2 stars. It's not bad. There's just better ones to go to. They didn't really have anything that you would call unicorns, is I think what lowered their score a little bit. Here I was trying out the Hardened Creeks. They had the lineage and stuff like that. Now, if you're including the restaurant, that bumps it up to 5 stars. Their food at this place is great. The actual complex is really nice and totally worth a visit. So yeah, if you go here, maybe go more for the food than for the drinks, but still an excellent place to go and hang out, and the history and everything. Beam family is all up in everything to do with Kentucky, and the gift shop's really nice too. So Bardstown Bourbon Company in downtown Louisville, I gave their bar 3 stars. They also have their main distillery facility over in Bardstown, and that's where their restaurant is. Restaurant is great, food's great, but this was the better bar, and they had a lot of bottles that you can only get at the distillery, so somewhat unicorny, but maybe. So these were good enough that I took home the Daisy Doisy at about $200, and the Bardstown Bourbon Company, that was another delicious one, and the Cardiff, they were all great. And like I say, those 3 bottles there you could only get at the distillery, and were excellent bourbons. Four Roses in Lawrenceburg, they've got 2 facilities, one in Lawrenceburg, their distillery, and one in Cox Creek, which is their bottling line. You could get the limited editions from $25 to $30, so not a bad price. Everything's expensive, right? But pretty reasonable to try something you've never tried before. I preferred that 135 over the 2021, and then followed by the 2020. But all excellent bourbons that you probably don't have, and good place to try them out, and a really nice facility, and hang about. The gift shop's awesome too. Get some fancy candles. Oh yeah, candles. Maker's Mark I gave 3 stars. Great facility, looking up on the hill there, just sipping away on bourbons. It's pretty good time. But as far as unicorns, they had their cellar aged, and then the only thing else they had was like their wood finishing series, and not all of them, but they had a lot of them. So it was good, but nothing really in the whole unicorn type thing. A bit of a walk down the hill to the gift shop and go dunk a bottle, give it a good dunking like that one there, and get a slam dunk on the dunk. Where is the cellar that you cellar age?
So you probably saw it whenever you were walking back from the gift shop, but it was that building up against the hill.
Oh.
It was a stone building.
Oh yeah. I wonder what that was.
Yeah, they keep it like 65 degrees in there. It's really cool. If you ever get a chance to go on a tour, I highly suggest it.
Good times. A little bit over 3.5 years ago, we were based out of another distillery in Frankfurt, Whiskey Thief, and kind of finally grew so big we were stepping on each other's toes, and decided we would start our own place.
So Whiskey Thief, totally recommend this place. You guys should just go there. Whether you call the stuff unicorns or not, doesn't matter. It's great bourbon, and these are some great guys to just hang out with and talk some shit. Okay, now we're getting into some real unicorns. This is Old Forester in downtown Louisville. You walk in and go up the stairs, and they've got this bar up there. And I don't know if it's all the time, but when I was up there, we could get pours of birthday bourbon and President's Choice and that the Old Forester 117 series. I think that Flight was about 50 bucks for 3 half-ounce pours, or you could get a 1 ounce pour of the birthday bourbon or the President's Choice for about 50 bucks. I tell you what, the birthday bourbon is fantastic, right? But that President's Choice is something really different and special. Probably my best description of President's Choice is just like a condensed caramel, Werther's Original, like liquid Werther's Original. It's just super, but not sweet, not overly sweet, but sweet enough. And then had a real, also just light feeling on it as well, which sounds funny being so heavy and caramelly, but yeah, like I say, the President's Choice is a single barrel, so I believe they release a couple of different single barrels a year, and from what the bartender told me, you can only get it at the distillery, and it's just random. I know just recently they did a bit of a thing on President's Day where they allowed people that were having tours to get 2 bottles. It was a $550 tour, but to get 2 bottles of President's Choice, that would have been worth it. So Heaven Hill, this is up the stairs when you go into the Heaven Hill experience, and gave this 4.5 stars. They had a lot of good stuff. Pretty much all the William Heaven Hills, all of the Parker Heritage. Now the only reason I knocked them off 5 stars is they were pretty expensive. Spent a bit of money in this store, but as you can see up there, pretty much anything and everything from Heaven Hill. And Heaven Hill makes some fantastic stuff. And if you go to Heaven Hill, just go in the morning, line up, and hopefully you'll get a good bottle. I normally get there about 60 minutes before opening, and if they have a bottle, you're pretty much in. Oh, and they've got mellow corn. Look at that. Holy fucking Jesus. Gonna have a fucking stroke. Now, if you're looking to drink some really good bourbon, no trip to Kentucky is finished without a stop at Evergreen Liquors. This place has just raised their prices, so they're not as cheap as they used to be, but they have got anything and everything you wanted. Here I was trying some Eagle Rare 2023 Eagle Rare 17, which is about 19 years old. Had some pours of King of Kentucky, anything, Willet Purple Tops up there, pretty much anything you've ever wanted. Like I say, you can spend some money here, but it's a one-stop shop of all the Pappies and Van Winkles, everything you've ever tried. This is my first time ever trying a King of Kentucky, and it was, as you would expect, fantastic.
Nice photo shoot.
Now, honourable mention, because it's not really on the Bourbon Trail, I don't think, but we were just heading home in Liab Bar in Danville. Like King of Kentucky, 55 bucks, and a single barrel, 20 bucks, CYPB, 20 bucks. I went in there, and this is for a serious 2-ounce pour. The guy poured it pretty heavy. So, hey, if you see a liquor bar, go in and check out the bar. It's probably the cheapest pours you'll get anywhere. And another great place to try some things that you may never see, let alone own a bottle of. I think at Evergreen I paid about $60 or $70 for a King of Kentucky, and here it was about $55, so substantially cheaper, and for much more I would say double here. So check out the liquor barns. So that's the ratings of the bars and the places I've been to in Kentucky on the Bourbon Trail. So I'll make some more of these because that's a fantastic place to find and look for unicorns and drink them. Yum, 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 yum.